Hello and welcome to today's Trading Diaries episode. I need to take my head down because my head hurts. Today I took a trade. It's the second trade of the entire month, so I didn't want to not record today. It's currently 12:11 a.m. I have work tomorrow at 8 a.m. I'm being very committed right now, trying to get this video out. I'm probably going to end up having about 6 hours of sleep. But I'm okay. I'm happy with that as long as I can get a video out because I really enjoy doing these videos and I would hate to miss out on recording like the emotions while I know them in my head because it's so recent. So today I took a trade. I've broken down the trade. I just did a trade recap. I haven't posted it yet, but I've edited it just because I don't have time. I need to go to sleep, guys. But I took a trade today. I took a trade and there was a few things that could have been better about the trade, but I still felt pretty confident in taking it, and clearly my confidence was the right thing to do because I did win. But again, I know that it is based on probability, so just because it works this one time doesn't mean that it's always going to work, which I've got to keep in mind. Like today there was an indication to the downside. There was two indications basically. So there was one where there was a wick. It just basically wicked it down really far, and then it just brought straight back up, back above that indication level. So there was never a 1 hour candle close below the level, which gave me the confidence to not call that an indication, especially because it brought up exactly above the level. So I was like, no, I'm not, this isn't an indication. And then I saw price form a lower high from that indication level and then form another indication where there was 1 hour candle closes, multiple of them, and there was a retrace on the 1 hour. So it was much cleaner price action, and I chose to take that trade instead. And because it formed a lower high based off of the first indication, I knew that, okay, even if that first indication was the true indication, it would still work out because price is making bearish market structure, if that makes sense. But anyway, the trade ended up working out. Also, another thing that I guess you could say went wrong is because my account size is so low. I'm trading a $2,000 account size. I want to raise it, obviously. It's just gonna be a time thing. I'm looking at adding in another instrument in November. Like towards the end of November, I'm looking at adding NASDAQ most likely into my trading instruments, and hopefully that will present me more opportunities, and then that will hopefully bring my profit up. I would prefer not to be adding my personal income into the account, especially because at the moment I'm actually just saving up. Basically an emergency fund. I'm trying to save up so that I have about 6 months of 6 months of funds of my expenses in my savings and ready to go for whenever I want to go full-time in trading, with obviously other income streams and not just that like one savings account that I'm. Okay, I apologize, my laptop ran out of storage and my video cut out, but I was basically talking about how eventually when I do choose to go full-time in trading, I want to obviously have other income sources, which I'm working on at the moment, and I already have other income sources outside of my job. So again, that's kind of like where my money priority is going in terms of like putting my own money away, is just to get that like savings fund up, because I've obviously funded my live account with a certain amount. I think I just want to go slow and steady when it comes to trading, and honestly like the emotions that I experienced today during my trade has just shown me that like I don't need to be rushing to up my account size. I need to be rushing to be a better trader and to have better routines and be more consistent with my affirmations that I'm supposed to be saying every single day, and just be more consistent with becoming a better trader than just chasing the money. Simply because like today I was in my trade, it was in less than $10 of drawdown. Like it got to $7 of drawdown, and I made the 50 something profit. It got into $7 of drawdown, which was barely any. It was just straight into my profit immediately, and I was just, my heart was beating so fast. I was so anxious the whole trade. I had no need to be anxious, which is like the funny part, because I was just in profit. But I just really like, I had so much attachment to the trade being in profit, like because I document my journey and because I didn't want to, be showing myself, like I've been showing the patience, like you've seen in my trading diaries episode, my trade recaps. I just haven't taken any trades this month because price action hasn't been good for gold, and I've been disciplined in not jumping to the next instrument to trade just because I'm not getting entries. I've been super disciplined and super patient with everything, so I would have hated to have the only setup that I thought was good be a loser. Although, like, the thing is, I was so confident in the setup. Like, I was so confident in the setup that there was no way I would be mad at myself if I didn't take the setup. Like, I would be mad if I got onto my laptop and screen recorded and said, hey guys, trade recap, there was this setup but I didn't take it, because there was no need for me to not take the trade at all. And I think that's what actually gave me the confidence. It was like, would I be mad at myself taking this trade? No, I wouldn't be mad at myself. I'd be mad if I didn't take the trade. I don't know if I even said that right, but I hope you guys kind of understand what I mean. But yeah, I was just so anxious during the trade, even though it was going into profit. I just think I want to focus a lot more on mastering my detachment and mastering my emotions, and then hopefully I can add in that extra instrument, still risking 1%, and hopefully get a few more reps in before I up my risk. So I'm still risking 1% of my account, and you can imagine a $2,000 account, it's not very much money, but I don't mind. I'm just hoping that with another instrument being added in, I can practice my analysis and get better at taking entries and getting more confident. And then once I have all that data, then I can up my risk and feel really confident and comfortable in it. So that's my ideal circumstance. But again, we'll see what happens, because you never know, like, touch wood, but I could end up going on like revenge trading or get overconfident or something like that. Like, but let's pray that doesn't happen. But yeah, I'm feeling very happy that I got a trade. I'm trying to again keep myself calm, as I'm sure you guys can tell. I'm not like jumping up and down or anything. But yeah, I'm feeling really happy, really confident. I'm feeling a lot better. I had gotten onto my laptop this afternoon, and this is no hate at all, like absolutely no hate at all. I appreciate people reaching out and being like, oh, you should try this, you should do this. Like I think it's good. It's constructive criticism at the end of the day. But I got onto my computer and I had someone being like, oh, if you're a beginner, you should be trading ICT, because ICT is the way the market moves. And I don't know what ICC is, but clearly it's not working. And like, obviously I've had these thoughts myself of like, oh damn, like maybe ICC doesn't work because I'm not getting any entries. But I've just decided, like, no, this is the strategy that I'm doing. I'm going to stick to it. And yeah, just receiving like comments like that, I love receiving comments like that, because it shows that people are actually hearing like my journey and like are actually like giving advice and sharing their experiences, which I love. At the same time though, it does make me like, obviously it makes me go, oh, like maybe I should, maybe it isn't working. But I think just being so patient and having just profits, like obviously there's gonna be losses here and there, but having like such a high consistency has really like made me like, okay, look back and be like, okay, well, clearly this does work, and clearly it works well. Maybe I don't get the most setups in the world, but the setups that I get are quality, and I understand them on a deep level. I understand like why price is going that way, and I understand what's going on the chart. And it's not too much noise. It's a very simple analysis. It's very back to basics. It gives me time to consider the trade. It gives me time to decide if I want to hold it eventually when I am trading with a higher lot size. But yeah, that's basically, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've rambled for a long time, but I feel like what I've said is actually valuable, and I'm sure there's a lot of other traders that experience it, where it's like you doubt your strategy because it's like you don't get enough setups, or you like anything, like it could be anything. You end up doubting your strategy, but then it's like when it works and you're happy. But yeah, I don't know. I guess this is your sign to stick to your strategy. Don't strategy hop. I did respond to the comment. I said, in a year's time, if it doesn't work, then maybe I will go to ICT. But at this point, it's working for me, and I'm okay with taking only a few setups a month, as long as those setups are high quality. Because I mean, if you listen to literally any podcast of people talking about, of successful traders talking about trading, they, like, people say it all the time, like, the most successful traders will take one setup a day, or only a few setups a week, or only a few setups a month, and, like, they'll look to take a really high quality setup. And, yeah, like, I feel like by only taking a few trades a month, especially at these market conditions, like, it's good my strategy hasn't given me entry after entry, because these market conditions aren't good and they aren't high probability to trade in. There's a lot going on in terms of like more of the fundamental side with the news and the US shutdown and things like that. So it's good that my strategy hasn't given me a million entries, because most of them would have been low probability. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm rambling for nothing, but I don't know, that's just kind of how I'm feeling about everything. I'm super tired, by the way. It's 12:30 basically, and I need to wake up at like 6:30 tomorrow. So wish me luck. But yeah, I don't know, I feel very happy, I feel very content. And once I add in NASDAQ, hopefully, like today, this month I've taken 2 setups. There's been 3 good entries this month. One of them I missed out on, unfortunately, because my alert didn't go off. It's still salty, but yeah, there's been a total of 3 setups this month. I think we've got maybe a week left of this month, and then the month is over. So I don't know if there'll be any more setups, which is totally fine with me. But once I add in NASDAQ, hopefully I can add in a few extra setups a month. And like, that's how I'm just going to look at doing it. Like, I'm happy if it gives me only a few setups a month on each instrument. Like, that's totally fine with me. I don't know. It's just a capital thing from this point forward. But again, I've only been trading for 3 months. And I also showed my trade recap, my overall statistics. So I'll just share them on here just in case, because I know that I have a lot of people who watch my trading diaries over my trade recaps, which I don't blame you. I totally get it. I love just listening to someone talk about their journey rather than breaking down everything, because I know that everyone trades ICC. But the first month that I did trading, I didn't document my journey. I didn't do journaling. I wasn't really as locked in as I am now. I was obviously locked in and I did study. I did do a little bit of forward testing and a little bit of back testing, but that first month I hadn't done the amount of back testing and the amount of journaling and the amount of everything that I had done by that second month. By that first month I lost $60. On the 4th trade I decided, no, I'm gonna size up. Like, I'm gonna risk 2% instead of risking 1%, because I'm not making any money. And yeah, of course, as soon as I did that, I lost a big amount, and the loss didn't outweigh the winners. It would have been a losing month overall, but the losing month was so much more significant than the I don't know if that makes sense. Like, if I hadn't over risked, I wouldn't have lost as much on that month, and it would have been much easier to get into profit, and I would have been in way more profit now. But yeah, I lost about $60. I'm just rounding, so I'm probably off by a few dollars. But yeah, I lost about $60 in that first month, and that really made me look at myself and go, okay, I need to lock in. But of course, that was my first month of live trading, so like, obviously I'm gonna not do the best. Some people might do great, but for me, I didn't do the best. It's just totally fine. It's my first month. And then by that second month, I was going really good until the end of the month. And then the end of the month, I broke my rules and I had bad psychology. I doubled down on a trade. I took 2 trades in one day, which has just amplified the fact that like, I cannot do that. Like, even if I'm doubling down on a setup, like if I think that didn't get the perfect entry, I'm not doubling down on a trade. That's stupid, because it brings my whole risk management, like, it just kicks it out the door. Like, no, I'm not doing that again. But yeah, that was like probably my worst trade, and if I didn't have that psychological problem, I would have been much more in profit. But I was in profit a solid like $7. Yup. But I was still in profit, which was good, and I noticed that it was a psychology problem, and it's something that I've like I take 1 trade a day. I journal it every morning, I journal it every night, like 1 trade a day. And yeah, and then this month has been great. I've taken a total of 2 trades. I could have taken 3 trades if I had gotten that entry, but with those 2 trades that I took, they were both profits. They were both in profit, so I've made a solid $60, 60 something this month. So I'm in profit total. The math is off, like, but you guys can watch the trade recap video if you're concerned, because I show it on the screen. But the total profit year to date is like $20, which I'm completely happy with that, because that's what, on a $2,000 account, that's 10%, right? That's much more than you would have gotten from putting it in the bank or something like that. And it just goes to show that I'm getting better. So hopefully, if I have November as a green month, that will be my confirmation to add in NASDAQ and trade NASDAQ coming into November and into December. And that should give me a good amount of time to back test it during November, forward test it during November if need be. depending on how many entries I get on gold or how gold is looking price action wise. But yeah, that is basically an update on my journey, and it is officially 12:30 now. I need to go to bed, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it inspired or motivated or helped you at all. I really appreciate you guys for following me along this journey, and I'm super excited for what's to come. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope you guys are having a great trading week, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.